Hey folks, Jonathan here. Alright, we're here playing with the 59 Ford again. Went and pulled a battery out of a junk vehicle, wrecked one I picked up, and it looks like it's 4th month of 18, and it had new terminals on it, so I just took it out with the terminals. I'm going to have to replace, of course, the ground wire on here. I think the positive will be okay. A couple things. As you can see, the exhaust manifold is laying on the inner A-frame support, or the upper A-frame support, and that's why we need motor mounts. The one on this side is completely busted in half. The other one's gone too. It's cracked real bad, and so that's the reason that we're going to do that. And just looking at a few things. Heater clamps are not on it. Hopefully the heater core is good. I didn't see that available on the internet, but a lot of times you can sort of adapt a different heater core to what you're working with. But anyway, we do have the new radiator. This radiator might be kind of hard to see, but the fan's hit at one time, and then it's got some places. Let me see if I can zoom in on that. It looked like it's been hit, maybe leaking some. Just don't want to take a chance on it. Like I said, there may be a road trip involved with this thing here when it gets done. So I'm probably going to go ahead and buy a new water pump. And I think I'm going to take the generator off and go ahead and do a one-wire GM alternator. And that just to update it, to go ahead and just make it a little more dependable. I don't mind the points, so we'll just keep running points. So we're going to need plug wires, distributor cap points, rotor button plugs. We're going to pull these valve covers here and, you know, clean out underneath of them, pull the oil pan off. We're going to try to flush down through this engine and get everything right on it. Of course, we're going to rebuild the carburetor. I see we got vacuum wipers. That's not the optimal thing to have, but we can live with them, I guess. So, and we've got a new master cylinder, but I've got to figure out on this block why they've got it like they've got it, because that line crimped off right there is not going to get it. So I don't know if they've got the wrong block on it or what the deal is, but we've got to figure that out. That's just definitely not a way to do your brakes. You can't do that and be safe, because that's not something that's going to hold up. And anyway, I think that's probably about it on here. I think I'm going to go ahead and get we'll get the battery wired in for now and try to figure out what that, we're assuming and thinking this is the rewind on the clock that's making that noise. So we're going to go ahead and see if we can figure it out. I just stuck the terminal, you can hear it. So we're going to go ahead and hook it up, and then we're going to see if we can trace it down, or just we can just hook it up good enough to hear it. I'm pretty sure that's in the clock. Yeah, you can hear it change when I pull out on the adjuster. Yeah, the radio wasn't even on. Yeah, we'll see if we can figure out what's going on. I need to fix it or unplug the clock. I'm trying to see if I see it moving, but I don't see the clock moving at all. So, all right, let me get into that and I'll let you know. All right, we finally got that thing stopped. There is actually an inline fuse on that clock, and as you can see, a little short one. And we've unhooked it now. No more noise. So it was definitely the auto rewind or just the clock itself making noise, but so we're clockless. But I don't think we've got to have it. So, all right. Okay, we got the springs out of the Crown Vic. Mercury Marquis, I think is what it is. I don't know. Let me look. Mercury Grand Marquis, which I guess is the same as the Crown Vic. Anyway, our weight difference is only about 150 pounds between them two cars, according to the internet. So shouldn't have any issues. We're going to take them springs out and lay them down. We'll lay the good one down beside it and see what it looks like. But and I know somebody had mentioned and put a link to a place on there that they done Ford Aerostar springs. I've actually got an Aerostar, but it actually gives it a 3-inch drop, and I'm not wanting to really drop it. I just want it to you know, keep close to original height. Be fine with me. So we're going to see if these are the right length. We'll know here shortly. Okay, unfortunately, probably can't see this, but we've got a ball joint that's turning through that won't stop turning through. Can't get under it with anything to get to. Let's see. Yeah, can't get under it with anything to hold it. Probably just going to have to cut it, and then I'll just replace the ball joint. That'll be the best thing to do anyway. But it's just spinning right through, no matter what I do. And spinning through too damn easy too. That's what worries me most. Alright, I ended up torching the nut off. And believe it or not, didn't hurt the bolt, but we're still going to put a ball joint in it. So we're going to see if we can get it. I know people talking about my fine cribbing. Look, it still didn't fall. That's weird. Must be anti-gravity. What do you think?
It must be.
Yeah. That's how dangerous it was if it would have fell. It's levitating. Alright folks, we've got them out. We had to cut this shock out, and you can see it's dented, but it was dented because that spring was broke, so we're going to replace shocks too. I'm going to go ahead and order 2 new bottom ball joints. I really don't like to change them. I know it sounds crazy, but after the experience with the clutch, compared to these original parts, I might be putting on something that's worse than what I've got, unfortunately. But here's our springs. This is a good driver's side spring, and this is the spring out of the Crown Vic, or the Mercury Grand Marquis, I guess it is. As you can see, they're basically the same height. And you know, like I said, I'm not looking really to lower it. So, you know, the spring rate may be different. It may still sit a little bit lower, just because of the way the spring's made, but that's just the way it is. And there's our broken one. Now Noah says to leave this out, cut the other one the same as this, and put this back in.
Slam it.
He wants to slam it on the ground, but I don't think that's a good idea. But I'll show you where it's going to sit in the back.
The back's good.
Oh, you like the back?
Yeah.
We've got all the weight down on it. And as you can see, you can just barely see the tires coming out. So that's how it's going to sit in the back anyway. So with the fender skirts anyway, it looks really low. So anyway, we're going to figure out what we're going to do next. We still got to order some parts. So we invented this new car. It's a walking car. Instead of a driving car, it's got legs on it. It comes with its own jack stand. Yeah, we chopped everything out. This thing's junk anyway, so it didn't matter to me. And it is a Grand Marquis, but it's the same body as a Crown Vic LS. And it's got a good engine and transmission in it, but I don't have a lot of call for them. So, all right. You roll with the flow?
Roll with the flow.
Roll with the flow. That's the word for the day, or the phrase for the day. Okay. Floor. This is the last floor in the house. Now we do have to go over the other ones and over this one again a couple of times, but finally. So we had a hole there that had a big burn spot where something had fell out of the fireplace one time. So we actually went ahead and put a 2018 penny in it, and then filled it full of polyurethane. So that'll be there, and hopefully we'll be able to see through it. So anyway, so we are done. We worked on the 59, and then we had to get this done so it'll dry tomorrow. And we had to take the front door off and cut it down a little bit because the door was just scratching the floor and we didn't want it to mess the finish up. So we took it down just far enough to clear everything. And now the trim work's gonna begin and finish all the kitchen up, and hopefully Jordan will be living in here shortly. All right, appreciate everybody watching, and till next time, say bye, Noah.
Bye.
Noah. All right, bye.